Morning, everyone. This is Joyce Pañares, and this is Standard Talks. So for today, we are joined by the marketing head of Infinix. It's a mobile phone brand, and it has been in the country for past 3 years or so. Actually, probably even more. He will be Joseph Cernitchez, the marketing head of Infinix, will discuss with us later how they started here in the Philippines. It's something I think that's very synonymous to gaming. And I think outside the Philippines, it's the number one in Latin America. If that surprises you, we will ask him to explain why they started first Latin America and then penetrated here in Asia. But of course, thankfully, I am joined by our associate editor, Randy Caluag. Hi, Randy. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Joyce. Good morning, Sir Joseph.
Sir Joseph, good morning po. Kumusta ang araw ninyo ngayon?
Good morning po. Thanks for having me, and also giving us the chance to further introduce the brand Infinix in your platform. Thank you.
Sir, siguro simulan natin by telling our audience what is Infinix and why is it so associated with gaming?
Okay, so just to give you a brief background also to your audience, Infinix Mobility is a emerging technology brand. So we consider ourselves like one of the fastest growing smartphones in the country, not just in the country, but in the worldwide. So we manufacture and expanded our portfolio with smart devices under the name of Infinix. And the company was only founded last 2013. So I think that I can say that we're relevant to the market right now. So because we're dedicated to create a trendy, powerful, and affordable smart devices. Which brings the latest technology in our market users. So we want to be a smartphone that is, a bang for a buck kind of smartphone. You don't really need to spend a lot of money just to get a very powerful device. So.
Randy, kanina when I was making the introduction, I said they're the number one brand in Latin America. Sir Joseph, pwede bang ipaliwanag how did that come about?
Yeah, in terms of brand milestone, what I can say with Infinix is that we just founded the company last 2013 only. They started to penetrate the Latin America. Then after that, when they really hit the sweet spot of the Latin American market, now they expanded to Asia, but started first with the East Asia, like in other countries like Pakistan, then going to the other side of the continent, which is the Southeast Asia. So in Southeast Asia, Infinix started on Indonesia, and then started here in the Philippines last 2019.
Joseph, I just want to ask, how is the Philippine market accepted Infinix, knowing that we have a very cutthroat competition here in the Philippines. A lot of brands are, entering the Philippines every now and then, So how is it for Infinix?
Well, actually, at first, it's a very, challenging for the brand, especially here in the Philippines, that you're competing with other big brands which are already in the Philippine market, ahead of you. So here naman, Infinix just started in the market around 2019. So we expected to have struggles to enter the market, but it became an opportunity to dominate the entry level market. So I think we really hit the sweet spot of the Philippine market, mainly because Infinix provides a very powerful smartphone devices in a very affordable pricing. So I think most of the Filipinos now focus on the entry level and to mid-range smartphones. So I think that's the sweet spot of the smartphone market share in the country. And then here is Infinix providing you the best specs, the best smartphone that you can get on a certain pricing segment. Especially right now that we're on a pandemic. So people nowadays, their customer, or let's say for example their purchasing behavior when it comes to smartphones really changed. So before it's more on a lifestyle phone, more on a photography phone, but right now most of the people are just at homes, working at home, studying at home. They now prefer smartphones that they can give them, a very powerful performance. That's why I think even though that we entered the market like a year before the pandemic, so we really get the sweet spot of the Philippine smartphone user, because we're bringing them this is not just a lifestyle phone, but this is also a gaming phone, a powerful phone that can be your daily driver. So yeah.
Actually, Joy, sabi nga nila, it's no longer a phone with a lot of functional accessories, no? It's a compact PC with phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yan na nga daw ngayon ng modern.
Kasi if you think about it, the phone is a given, but all the others dun nagkakatalo when deciding which brand to buy, di ba? Kasi parang how else can you improve naman the voice and text function? It's the same. Whether it's Android, it's iOS, it's the same. But what other functions are you offering? Yun ang come on. Sir Joseph, can you just maybe give us an idea? What do you mean exactly when you say it's an entry-level sweet spot for Infinix? Anong range niyan? And do you have like maybe products to show? Are you yourself using an Infinix phone?
Yes.
Dapat lang.
Actually, right now I have Infinix 05G. So last March we launched our first 5G smartphone, but the pricing is below 12,000 only. Usually the 5G smartphones and with the specs of, let's say, a Dimensity 900, you can get it on a pricing segment, let's say for example 18,000 to 23,000. But in Infinix, our pricing is around 12,000 below. What I mean, just to answer your question, what I mean with the sweet spot of the smartphone users market in the industry right now. So based from our market research, it shows that most of the Filipinos now are very conservative when it comes to their budget, especially that we're on a pandemic situation. So they want to get the best possible option or the best possible smartphone that they can get on a certain pricing. So that's why Infinix is there, to answer their problems. So we're one of the solutions when it comes to giving them the best technology that they can get. So recently we launched the Note 12, Infinix Note 12. So it has a G96 processor, around 256 gig memory, and can be expandable to 13 gig RAM. Usually, this kind of specs, you can get it on a mid-range pricing, let's say 15,000 to 18,000. But here in Infinix, we launched this product 10,000 below, so around 9,000 plus. So that's how we penetrate the market. So we want to give them that, the best device that they can get, but they will not hurt. It cannot hurt their budget. So.
Randy, before you ask your question, curious lang ako kasi parang how some Filipinos, they look at if it's lower price, they think it's a lesser quality. Paano nagagawa ng Infinix to put it at that affordable, very affordable price range, and yet still deliver premium functions in your smartphone?
Yeah. Right now, to be honest, the Filipino consumers are really wise. Unlike with other years that they spend most of their budget, as long as this product is on a trend, so they will buy it. But right now, Filipino consumers are really wise, especially on purchasing a device, or let's say a device that the price will be, let's say, 10,000 up. So I think we produce this kind of smartphone, like a powerful smartphones, mainly because we stick to our mission, that we will create a very high-tech, trendy smartphone devices in a very affordable pricing. So we always stick with this our mission and our objective, of course, here in the Philippines is to compete in the market, but at the same time, give the consumer what they really want.
I like that kind of attitude. Randy, you have a follow-up?
Yes. Oo, alam mo, Joyce, especially for us, no, journalists, and not just us, no, kasi everybody now is a potential photographer, potential videographer. Everybody wants to be a vlogger, no. So I've heard you released yung Note 12 nga, which is also known for creating, a good photo. Sabi nga, fantastic photos and videos. So how do you describe the quality of this feature?
Well, in terms of mobile photography, yeah, I think that's one of the good specs that Infinix has. With this kind of smartphone that can give you a quality video and then a best photo. Actually, it surprises the market. Why do we launch this product on this kind of pricing? It's really surprising because most of them expect that the phone will be priced around 15,000 to 20,000, and here we are, we just price it below 10,000. And I think another good specs of Note 12, just aside from the photography and more on the photography specs, is that we have an AMOLED screen. So basically, if we're going to compare it with other brands, to be honest, at 10,000 below, you can really get a smartphone that has a AMOLED screen. So this AMOLED screen can really enhance your viewing experience. If you're going to watch a movie or you want to view your photos, you can see how vibrant your photos are. So if you're going to use like an ordinary screen, you can't really appreciate it, even if you have, let's say, a good high specs camera. So let's say it's not a 64 megapixel, but it's 100 plus, but still you use an LCD screen. So you will not see the difference of having a good camera specs. That's why it's always to be a package. So you have a good camera, your screen should be a AMOLED screen. So,
Joyce, nakuha agad ng Infinix yung sweet spot ko. So later, tanong natin kay Joseph kung saan mabibili to.
Actually, I'm looking at the specs right now and I'm thinking, parang, everyone can, can take photos, take videos with their smartphone, and parang professional quality yung lalabas talaga. But I'm just curious, Joseph, in the 3 years or so that you've been in the Philippine market, 2 years of which under a pandemic, anong mga lessons learned ninyo in terms of the Filipino consumer? May nagbago ba? Especially during the pandemic, are they more into games right now? Or what are they looking for when they buy phones?
Yes, I think Infinix is let's say, a starting brand, but I think in terms of the establishing our brand here in the Philippines, I think we're a successful brand here, considering that we only launched the brand like last 2019 only, and then pandemic hits. Supposedly brands should be affected by the pandemic, but here is Infinix trying to be to enter the top 5 and even the top 3 to be the top 3 smartphone in terms of market share. So I think the greatest lesson that we learned during the pandemic is to really listen to your audience. In terms, me as a professional marketer, I need to do a market research, I need to do surveys, so that I can know, what's the pulse of our users? What are they really looking into a smartphone? Are they budget concerns, or do they have a preferred specs? So we really need to listen to our market. So I think that's one of the biggest lesson that I've learned during the pandemic. And then in terms of like what I've mentioned a while ago, Filipinos now pandemic changed their consumer behavior when it comes to purchasing a smartphone. So before, they just look for a daily driver, a phone that can give them a good photos. But we have now a pandemic. You can't really go out. You can't really travel. That's why what you need is a daily driver that can give you a good performance. So that's why we have now several products, like for example with Note 12. So the Note 12 actually this is also made for gamers. So the young market now, millennials,
Hindi na tayo
yeah,
yan.
yeah,
That's not
they're
the
more
market. Kay
yeah,
Randy lang yan.
so actually, wala na age yung playing. Even the adults now plays,
Yeah.
smartphone game. So with Infinix Note 12, with the specs of let's say a 396, an AMOLED. So this can be your, a powerful device that can be your gaming smartphone. So our tagline niya with Infinix Note 12 is #smooth gameplay, because we really want that our users to experience a smooth gameplay. Like while they're playing a heavy graphics game, they will not experience any lags. So yeah, I think that's it for Note 12.
Joyce,
Go ahead, Randy. Sorry.
oo.
Please.
Kahit tayong mga sa age natin, kahit hindi tayo gano'n, even if we don't play a lot, even if we don't play a lot, we use phone a lot because of the work from home
Oh, yes.
setup ngayon.
Yes.
No? We spend a lot on Zoom, no? StreamYard, yung mga seminars and meetings natin. It's always on your phone because sometimes kahit work from home pero nasa labas pa rin tayo using our mobile phone. So my question for Joseph is, how's the in terms of the charging, the power, speed, how would you describe especially yung Note 12 kamo na talagang parang flagship na yun ng ano?
For the Infinix Note 12, I mean, meron kasi there's a misconception that if you have a good phone, a powerful phone, this is for gamers only. But actually, a good smartphone that has a good chipset, a good battery, it can be your daily driver as well. Like for example, like working people, professionals, we can even use a gaming smartphones like Infinix Note 12. So in terms of charging, we have a 33 watts charging. So I think around 1.5 hours, you're really full charge na agad sa device. But what I can highlight about the Note 12 is that it has a 13 up to 13 gig RAM expandable. So the RAM is expandable. So usually you will have an 8 gig RAM and plus 8 gig RAM, but here in Infinix Note 12, we have 8 gig RAM plus 5 gig expandable to 5 gig too. So in total, you will have around 13 gig RAM. So what is RAM? So RAM is, if you have a big RAM, then you can do multitasking. So let's say, for example, you're playing, you're watching, you can do it all at the same time without experiencing any lags. So it's always should be, a package. Like, you need to have a good chipset, but you also need to have a good RAM. So charging is there, but if one specs is lacking, let's say for example, you have a good RAM, but you have a low chipset, still you will experience lag. But here in Infinix Note 12, we have the AMOLED, a good processor, G96, then expandable 13 gig RAM. So this is not just for gamers, but it can be your daily driver as well. To be honest, I'm using a 5G, our first 5G smartphone. But I'm thinking that this month, to use the Infinix Note 12 as my daily driver. Because I think that this is a complete package smartphone.
Actually, that's what I wanted to say. Parang based on what you're telling us, it's really the complete package, So it's all the features that you'd want to have in a smartphone. Pero curious lang, Joseph, aside from Note 12, are there other models that are available in the market from Infinix?
Yes, actually, we have 4 segments when it comes to products. For smartphones, we have the Hot Series. Usually, the Hot Series, the pricing here is around 5,000 below. We have the Hot Series, 7,000 below. Then Note Series, like the Infinix Note 12. So we launched this at 10,000 below. And then we have our high-end product already, which is the 05G. Actually, we call it high-end, but the pricing is around 12,000 below because it can really compete with the mid-range smartphone. So in terms of product segments, we have 4 now in Smart Series, Hot Series, Note Series, and Zero Series. And last year, to be honest, we also launched our first laptop brand, the InBook X1. So we even have a laptop brand now in the Philippines. So yeah, smartphone and...
How was the reception of the market dun sa laptop brand ninyo?
Well, actually, it's a good... we have a good reception from the target market because 1 week after we launched the brand, we're sold out. So I'm thinking...
Tempo din because everyone needs a laptop sa bahay for the...
Yes, and I think also the pricing.
Study from home, yeah.
So same mission on what we have with smartphones. We apply it with our InBook X1 when we launched it last year. It has a good specs like i5. Usually you can get those kind of you can get those kind of specs in a 30,000 or 30 to 33,000 pricing. But we launched our InBook X1 i5 around 23,000.
i5 so for those who don't understand, mabilis na processor na yon.
Yes, and it's only 23,000. Imagine it's like you're buying a laptop in a smartphone pricing. So yeah, that's why I hope for this year we can, we really don't know yet. So I can't give any clues pa naman if we're going to expand the laptop. But still in the market, we still have the InBook X1 and those are core product segments that we have in smartphone.
Ang dami ko naman natangan, Joyce. Meron pa palang laptop.
Oo nga
tayo. Cost efficiency, di ba?
Ako actually, I bought a laptop during the pandemic kasi parang kailangan sa bahay, meron na rin akong gamit. And I know what Joseph was saying. I have an i7 laptop and ang layo talaga ng presyo. But see if you can provide that same kind of functionality and features for a lower price. Actually, gusto ko talaga medyo altruistic kayo, Joseph, yung brand niyo parang it's not just to earn but also to, give access to people to gadgets and to technology. So nakakatuwa.
Yes. And we want to break, like the stigma that if you have an entry-level smartphone, let's say entry-level to mid-range smartphone, you have a very weak smartphone. I mean, to be honest, that's what our mission is all about. It's like we want to provide, good quality specs, a good kind of smartphone without breaking your budget talaga. That's why, like what Miss Joyce mentioned, is that we really want to give an access for everyone that, okay, you don't need to worry about the good specs. I mean, in a certain pricing, you can really get a good specs na. So we really want to break that kind of barrier that, okay, you have an affordable smartphone, it also means that you have a weak smartphone. But now, the competition here in the Philippine market is really different. You will have a good, powerful devices in a very affordable pricing. So,
Joseph, I just want to ask, I've heard the laptop, mobile phone. These are, the main, na products for mobile technology. But we have other products that we should have, like yung power banks, headphones. So as for Infinix, what are the other consumer products or gadgets that we should look forward to?
In other countries, we have like wearables, like the earbuds, and even TVs. To be honest, we have that kind of product. But I think here in the Philippines, we will now focus more on the smartphones because we really want to plant our roots here in the Philippine market that we're one of the best smartphones when it comes to specs and pricing. And eventually, yeah, we expanded nga last year. We launched our first laptop. So who knows, eventually this year, we're going to launch other variants of the InBook X1. And maybe in the coming years, we will have soon. I don't know yet. I can't reveal any details yet. But in other countries, yes, they do have earbuds, TVs. So maybe soon. I hope soon in the Philippines, as long as we will continue the same pacing that we have right now. So for sure, we will expand. We will expand our portfolio.
Sir Joseph, total sinabi mo na rin lang naman, nadulas ka na eh. When can we expect the new laptop this year? Is it in the pipeline this year? Is it a new model?
Can't reveal it yet. I mean, when it comes to the dates, but yeah, I think what they can expect is that if we're going to launch another laptop variant, it will be as good or much better.
Even better, yes.
Nilaunch namin last year. So same with smartphones. So sa smartphones that we have launched last year, for this year, in the next coming quarters, quarter 3, quarter 4, consumers can expect that Infinix will really compete in the smartphone industry. We're going to give the best specs, that they can get for a certain pricing. So for sure, yeah, they really need to stay. I mean, they really need to follow our Facebook page. They really need to follow our brand so that they know what's the latest announcement from the brand. But I'm really excited, to be honest, because for the next quarter 3, quarter 4, everything is on set na. In terms of product roadmap, for sure, most of the consumers will be surprised that we're going to launch a very powerful devices.
Randy, you have other questions?
Well, sabi nga, we are in a fast-paced, fast-paced ng life natin, no? So Joseph, how is Infinix coping with the Philippine market, no? In terms of yung mga mga preferences and practices in terms of purchasing. So how is it?
Yeah, I think Infinix remains to be centered in their game, to bring to the market the latest innovations with an affordable pricing range. So same like what we have launched with the Note 12. So we still follow our objectives, or like our company mission and goal is to provide a good, powerful devices in the market without breaking the consumer's budget. So kasi if we're going to change the pricing segment, it really matters. If we're going to change it, for sure, a lot of consumers will, let's say, they will break, their anticipation about the Infinix brand, because they expect that Infinix is the brand. I mean, Infinix is the solution to their problems, that they want a good device in an affordable smartphone. So we really want to follow that kind of path that we have already created for the brand. So it's more on what we can offer more. So we will follow the same mission to bring a good device in an affordable pricing, but still we want it to be better. Yun lang kami. And Infinix always wants to listen to its audience. So for all the viewers that's going to watch this, you don't need to worry, because Infinix, our brand, really listens on what the market demands. So we're not kind of brand that follow our own goal, but still kasama namin sa goal is the consumer's demand. Improvement, innovation, then bring it in the market. So that's how we want to do it in the Philippines.
Especially in these challenging times, no, Joyce, no, you can sell your car and buy 4 cell phones, no, mobile phones, and you can use it to do businesses.
Okay, so on that note, I think we have such a good conversation today. Maybe you'd like to invite our audience, Sir Joseph. Where can they find Infinix? What are your social media accounts? And where can they buy your gadgets, most importantly?
Okay, so for all of your audience, so they can follow our Infinix Facebook page. We do have our own Infinix official Facebook page. They can look for our Instagram page also, and we have now our own TikTok page, so they can follow the official pages of Infinix there, so that they are they can still know the latest update about the brand. So in terms of access on the Infinix products, so they can follow they can follow our e-commerce sites, like we have a Infinix official Shopee SKU page, and also we have our Lazada official page. And then they can also go into some offline stores. They can even go to the Cyberzone area. They can look for any Infinix concept stores and kiosks. And just to announce also that we just launched recently the Infinix Note 12. So Infinix Note 12, we have an ongoing partnership with PUBG, and we have a nationwide tournament, the Infinix X PUBG M tournament. And
when is this, sir?
Yeah, actually, the registration is still ongoing. For the Mindanao qualifiers, it's already done. But in terms of Visayas and Luzon qualifiers, they can still participate, or they can still register. So they just need to go to our official Infinix Facebook page, so that they know the mechanics of the tournament. We have a 500,000 prize pool for this tournament. And the grand finals will be on July 4th in SM Mall of Asia Music Hall. So if they want to watch live the tournament and some gaming KOLs, and also our Infinix brand ambassador, Andrea Brillantes will be there also on July 24th. So I hope everyone, or anyone that wants to watch the tournament or watch our Infinix brand ambassador Andrea Brillantes, they can go to SM MOA Music Hall on July 24.
Ayun, maraming salamat, Sir Joseph. We look forward to all the things that you are ready to roll out for the Filipino consumers in the coming months, diba? And yeah, we're actually, as an editor and as a teacher as well, I'm really thankful that you have this kind of brand, kasi I'm sure ang daming estudyante ang natulungan, ang daming Filipinos ang natulungan, given that we're all in the pandemic right now and we have to either work from home or study from home, di ba? Napaka-importante. Hindi na lang siya basta gadget lang, Randy, no? It's really part of our lifestyle now.
Yes. That's why Infinix, in just a short time, just won my Note. So I can't wait to have my hands on a brand new Infinix unit.
Seryoso. Nakakatuwa na may ganun kayong
Oo nga.
kind of very altruistic People, you want to help people as well, hindi lang kumita.
Yes, actually ngayon ang joke nga is paano pa daw kumikita si Infinix? Kasi they're like disrupting the the market now. Like for example, in this pricing segment, usually itong specs na to, you can get it in a more higher price. But right now, let's launch it, give it around less than 10,000 specs only. That's why siguro I think, ma'am, Miss Joyce, like we're really connecting with the Filipino consumers, mainly because of this kind of mission and goal. Not just to plant our roots here in the Philippines, but also to expand our goal na let's give an access. I mean, let's give a trendy, a vibrant smartphone, powerful devices in a very affordable lang, which Filipino consumers can afford.
Maraming salamat, Sir Joseph. Maraming salamat, Randy, for joining us today. Thank you to all our audience. And until our next Standard Talks, this is Joyce Pañares. Maraming salamat po. Good morning.
Introducing the Infinix Note 12. Dive into a world of true color instantly. With a 6.7-inch AMOLED display. Day or night, photography made easy. But strong.
Helio G96.
With an ultra-sleek design.
Yan ang smooth gameplay. Infinix Note 12. Note 12. Infinix Note 12.
Ready na ako for every new challenger. Thanks to the Helio G96 Ultra Gaming Processor. Charge in a flash.
Yan ang smooth gameplay.
Multitask. Kaya lahat ng apps. Yan ang smooth gameplay.